Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and continually teach us this truth. Peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth sincerity, Lord willing. This could be an edifying video. It's going to be a real quick video. Okay, pretty much the whole U.S.-Iran talks. Salakia. The U.S.-Iran talks ended, after a 3-hour meeting. And, videos was coming up yesterday where you had Marco Rubio pretty much saying how, Iran refusing to speak on their ballistic missiles is a big deal. And, you had Trump saying what he said at the State of Union. J.D. Vance gave his remarks talking about there's proof that Iran is trying to, have a nuclear weapon. And, these are just talking points they're pushing to justify going to war with Iran. See what they want. They want Iran to give up all of their and Salakia for all of this other stuff. I should have just clicked one of these articles. But yeah, pretty much they want Iran to give up their means of defense. Okay, when you listen to Bibi, pretty much his plan for peace, which there's no peace. Even if Iran was to do everything that Bibi said, cap their missile range at, I forget the distance, but it wouldn't be long enough to hit Israel and, stop their ballistic missile program. And, pretty much they want them to be able to be easily conquered militarily. And now another thing that they're saying, I believe Trump said it, I believe J.D. Vance said it as well. Pretty much they trying to say that they have to defend, the U.S. Security, saying Iran is making weapons that's able to reach the U.S. mainland. This is all propaganda talk to justify what they really want to do. Because when you look at this article, which I got right here, it says senior advisors to Trump would prefer that Israel strike Iran before the U.S. launches an all-out attack because the politics are a lot better if Israel strikes first. So, this is getting ready to happen. All right, it's getting ready to happen. And, we've always brought it out. I'm going to bring it out again. We always go into this because we're in the fulfillment of it. Okay, we're in the fulfillment of the least of the flock shall draw them out. Because even if Israel does what you got advisors telling Trump, it would be better, it would look better if, pretty much we're joining to defend our ally. Because if Israel attacks them, Iran done already said what they're going to do. Okay, they're going to treat this as all-out war. Because you had reports where Trump was talking about limited strikes. Pretty much they want to hit them and they don't want Iran to respond. No, Iran has made it very clear they're going to respond heavily. It will be all-out war. And that's why you have Russia doing drills with Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. China has been turning off its corresponders as it's been landing military cargo planes in Iran. Okay, giving them everything they need to win this war. Okay, which we know is going to lead to World War III. Because, different nations are going to get in, man. All right, but this is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he have proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the least of the flock is them tiny tops. Okay? And they're drawing America into a third war. Because it's not just going to be Israel and Babylon just teaming up on Iran and, taking them out. No. Russia's going to get in. China's going to get in. Okay, which is going to drag other, other nations. Okay, North Korea is going to get in. Okay, and you had India, he just went over there and met up with Bibi and pretty much said India stands with Israel. They're going to get dragged into this war. Okay, that whole region is going to be on fire, man. It's going to be, Turkey's going to get involved. Everybody's going to get involved, man. And the end result is going to be everyone will turn against Israel and against the United States, which is Babylon the Great. That's why it says, surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Okay? Because according to scripture, there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. What's going to cause that? Nuclear destruction. Okay? And all of Babylon the Great will become a desert. So, it would make sense that they would possibly shoot something back. Because the only two nations that have a nuclear warning system is Russia and the United States. So it would make sense that Babylon, may, shoot some back. But we know according to scripture, okay, Israel and America will be, totally destroyed. All right? Because you are, the world is looking at you as the problem. And that's why now you have, the EU. I was listening to the video Elder Malcolm did yesterday. He was going into how, pretty much the beast is beginning to hate the whore. It's a lot going on, man. All right. But they had this, I forget what round this is of peace talks. Ain't no peace. Babylon has not only a third of its navy over there, but a third of its air force. So there is no peace. Okay? Ain't no peace coming. Scripture say there's a time and place for everything. A time for peace and a time of war. We're in a time of war, man. We ain't in a time of peace. Yahweh Bashem Shah is taking Esau out of power. We're literally seeing it in real time. The downfall of a kingdom. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So, they're having these peace talks with Iran, and, it's not leading anywhere because Iran isn't complying, isn't capitulating. Okay, they're not going to stop their ballistic missile program. They're not going to stop their nuclear program, which they've repeatedly said they don't want nuclear weapons. They just want to use it for infrastructure. Whether that's true or not, they're a sovereign nation. They, the world is tired of being bullied. Okay. So, they're having these peace talks, but guess what? Sudden destruction is coming. Okay, and it's most likely going to be either them tiny tops doing a preemptive strike and they can't handle the retaliation from Iran, so Babylon has to come in and help them, which is going to drag Russia, China, and it's just going to be a big, like the Lord said, he's going to gather them in a land barren and desolate. He said, I will remove far off the northern army to a land barren and desolate. In Joel, that land barren and desolate is Saudi Arabia. The northern army in that particular verse is the United States military. Okay, and there will be a draft because look at what's happening right now on the ships. They're saying that morale is low. You have, members intentionally clogging the toilets, and a lot of them want to go home. Because like the scriptures say, the men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They're weak. They don't want to fight, man. They want to just scroll TikTok all day. They ain't in that war mode, And that's why there's going to be a draft, okay? Because they're going to need more people to throw in the meat grinder. All right? So you're not going to escape this, man. That's why it says, and they shall not escape. Because this is the will of the Lord. The Lord mustereth the host of the battle. Isaiah 13. Okay, the Lord is a man of war. Let's grab that real quick. All right, like I said, this ain't meant to be a long video, pretty much going into what we always bring out. But we're in the fulfillment of it. That's why I keep constantly bringing out that same scripture. Because we're in the fulfillment, man. Okay? This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, is a man of war. The Lord is his name. So the Lord loves war. Okay? And he's stirring up war. Oh, he's the one that's orchestrating it. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? The Lord is in control of everything, man. And when you understand that, it's like the Lord gets all the praise, honor, and glory, man. And fear, because he controls everything. He controls Satan, man. He controls the left hand and the right hand. That's why one of his titles is the Most High. All spirits tremble in his presence. Okay? All spirits, whether they're right hand angels or left hand angels. Okay, so the Lord, he's orchestrating this. That's why there's a lot of chariot sightings over there in the Middle East. There's a lot of chariot sightings all over the world, because, the angels have, tasks to do. You got the angels that's holding back the destruction, keeping it from happening until the elect get sealed. And you know what I mean? Different angels got different jobs. All right. But the Lord is a man of war. He's the one bringing this war, and there is no peace coming. So all of these peace talks is laughable. And really all it is just buying time for them to get the defenses in place, because they know Iran. They seen in the 12-day war that the Iron Dome couldn't stop Iran's retaliation, and that's why the U.S. had to jump in and tell them to stop, because Bibi was like, we can't take any more of this. They say 6%. I think it's 6%, and that show you the Lord. Everything is spiritual. All right, and the Lord deals with numbers as well. But they say about 6% of Israel was destroyed during the 12-day war. So, it's about to go down, man. The third woe is coming quickly. I'm going to grab that and I'll end it there. Okay, that's why the scriptures say that they cometh that shall burn as an oven, man. Okay, this is all going to lead to the second death, which is thermonuclear destruction. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Woe means destruction. Okay, the Bible speaks about 3 woes. You hit World War I, World War II, and now we're in World War III. Okay, and they need this war for so many reasons. They need this war. All right, it's the perfect catalyst for them to usher in their NWO. Okay, to crash the FRN and bring in the digital blockchain system. Everything is in place. Okay. But Lord willing, this was an edifying video. With that, I'm going to say shalom.